Shalom, Yashala. I'd like to give infinity honors and prayers and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shah, Bahashim, Rakar Kwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of GMS. Salutations to you brothers that's doing this truth sincerely. And I'm going to get right into it. As you know, there's a lot going on with the Floyd George, whatever his name is, situation with these riots. And some things came to my mind and my spirit, and I'm going to get right into it. My name is Priest Ahwan Mayum from the Shape of Berea camp. Proverbs 20:18. Every purpose is established by counsel, and with good advice, make war. Okay? So that's a scripture, man. Who did y'all get counsel from to go out there and run them streets, man? Huh? You have to plan, strategize. Every purpose is established by counsel. Who did y'all get advice from? Huh? And with good advice, make war. So if you wage war, then you should strategize, get counsel, get advice. Y'all don't know what y'all up against. This is a war. This has been a war. These devils ain't never like us. That's why we came here in cargo slave ships. That's why we did 400, 500 years of slavery. That's why they labeled us 3/5 of a man. That's why they raped our children. That's why they hung us on trees. You don't understand war. Military strategy in the Free Dictionary. It says the art and science of employing. So you see, it's an art and there's a science to this, man. And this man known as Esau, that falls up under the umbrella of white supremacy, wickedness, all that's under the same umbrella. He has an art and science of employing the armed forces of a nation. See, we don't even have a nation. It's so much confusion within them riots. You have LGBTQ there. You have Black Lives Matter, which we are not based on a color. You have gang members in that crowd. You have adulterers in that crowd. We don't even have a nation. You got the Black Panthers, the Nation of Islam. I mean, not the Nation of Islam, but you got gangs in there. You're not even acknowledging a nation. It says to secure the objectives of a national policy. What policy are we following? By the application of force or the threat of force. So we lost based on that. Brothers is not in shape, mentally, physically, and spiritually. Who did you get counsel from? Even before we fought wars in the Bible, we went to the priest, we got counsel, and made sure the Lord was on our side. Ecclesiasticus, the book of Sirach, in the Apocrypha, chapter 10, verse 1. It says, a wise judge will instruct his people, and the government of a prudent man is well ordered. So guess what? This system of white supremacy is not well ordered. Okay? Nobody is giving instructions to the people and telling them how they're going to correct this fault that's been going on for hundreds of years. Donald Trump don't even make statements. He called y'all thugs. He said, when they loot, we're going to shoot. But the funny thing is that is these fake other movements involved, these Antifas. Everybody here has a hidden agenda. You don't know who's who, man. They say it's undercover cops wearing black hoodies, black umbrellas. You don't know who's who because y'all don't understand prophecy. This is going to happen regardless, man. So a wise ruler will educate the people, let them know what's going on. How are we going to fix this wrong? How are we going to stop innocent black Israelite men and women and children from being killed? You don't see the Chinese government. You don't want to know why? Because you blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, y'all out here by yourselves. You don't see the so-called African government making any noise about this because we out here by ourselves and all the nations know who we are. You don't see the Middle East government, Saudi Arabia, Dubai, speaking up for all the unjustly killings of you Israelites. Even when we was in slavery, where was the nations then? And this government is not well ordered. You can see this place is out of order. And you don't know what's going on. It says, verse 2, as the judge of the people is himself, so are his officers. You see? So as the judges are, the officials, because this is a system of white supremacy, is wickedness from the top all the way to the bottom. So the politicians is wicked. The judges, the cops, the prosecutors. They even got people that troll on the social media. This thing is well organized because we are at war, man. It says that as the judge of the people is himself, so are his officers, and what manner of men the ruler of the city is, such are all they that dwell therein. So you see a lack of respect that's been going on for years. But that starts at the top. That starts with the banking industry. That starts with the Rothschilds, these Edomites. They have a perpetual hatred, like it says in the scriptures. And that's why we don't understand why y'all even going out there, man. It ain't just about police officers, bro, and sisters and children. It's about the judges. They in on it. The cops is in on it. The politicians, the doctors, the lawyers, the DA, the prosecutor, all of them is in on it, man. Why? Because they're under a wicked umbrella, a wicked system. Because that's the manner of the man, the ruler of the city is. So monkey see, monkey do, man. Verse 3, an unwise king destroyeth his people. You see that? They ruining the people, man. They up here showing this video. It's like watching. It's like a TV show. It's like porn, soft porn. They're just playing it over and over. People getting killed on these streets over nonsense, man. And you ruining the people, man. It says, but through the prudence of them which are in authority, the city shall be inhabited, man. But guess what? When it's operating under a good government, the city is going to grow strong, is going to be inhabited. So you see all these videos out on World Star Hip Hop, social media, you don't know what to believe. Imagine how it is at the top, all the deception at the top, all the betrayal, all the looting and the robbery. That starts at the top. The looting, the deception, because they told us that They had to go to war in Afghanistan because the towers dropped. The 9/11 buildings dropped. Meanwhile, they was taking the opium. They want to go to Venezuela. They want to help out the people. Meanwhile, they want to take the oil. You had Operation Fast and Furious, where they was giving the Mexican cartels guns. See, it's so much deceitfulness going on. So now you got people that are supposed to be protesting, and they have a hidden agenda. And that starts at the top. You got to understand military strategy, man. And that is called diversion. Let's get it, man. It says diversion. Military, a feint attack designed to draw an enemy away from the main attack. So they started off with this coronavirus. Everything was about the coronavirus. Then it went from the coronavirus to now this. So you got to understand that these are feint attacks. It's something bigger brewing that we don't know, because we don't have too many people on the inside like that. There's something else brewing. That's all you got to know. This is all distraction. There's other things going on that's bigger. Because if the coronavirus was so serious, then everybody that was out there protesting supposed to catch it. Meanwhile, I came across this. Michael Vick served more time in jail for killing a dog than all the cops combined who have killed the last 493 unarmed black men. Really, it should say Israelite men. Let that sink in. You know why things is not going to change? Because y'all don't know military strategy. You think it's just coming from the cops. But the cops got bosses, and then they got bosses. It's starting from the top. The banking system. The elites. Follow the money. The judges. Michael Vick did more jail time than all 493 unarmed black men that was killed by law enforcement. That starts from the judges. The book of Sirach, Ecclesiasticus 7 and 6. Seek not to be judged. You got these people that go to school to be judges and truly don't understand the responsibility, the testicular fortitude, the integrity you got to have to be a righteous judge. It says, being not able to take away iniquity, you see? They're not able to root out all this criminal activity, all this iniquity at the top. You want to know why? Least at any time thou fear the person of the mighty. So the laws are corrupted here because the elites, the people that make the most money, that run this world, they buying the judges. If every cop that killed an unarmed Israelite man was to be penalized harder, it will stop. But your life doesn't matter. Remember, you are 3/5 of a man. It says, and stumbling block in the way of thy uprightness. You see? So because of this mighty man, they're not able to judge, which leaves a stumbling block. That will make them trip. They're not able to stand straight and judge these things. Okay? And that's why the people are upset. There are no righteous judge. It's so much deception in the streets of these protesting because there's so much deception at the top. As it is above, so shall it be below. And that's why the people are mad, man. Proverbs 29:2. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. So what does that let you know, man? The righteous is not in authority. Commissioners, police unions, government, the banking system, they not in authority. They the right, they the wicked. It says when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. You got people tearing up the city, burning it down. That means the wicked is in authority. It says, but when the wicked bear fruit, the people mourn. They complain. They protest. You see, this Bible, man, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, showed us that this is the truth. This is the way. And y'all don't want to turn back to that? Y'all rather protest and be around people who you don't even know their true agenda? And they throwing feints. That's what they doing. They throwing feints. Remember, diversions. Let's watch this video.
Do these things just to do them. What's the purpose of doing them? And God just looking at you, he ain't reacting to it. You do fakes on certain fighters that you know that they react to it.
See? You do feints on certain fighters that you know is going to react to it. You do feints on certain fighters that you know are going to react to it. Diversions. Let's hear that again.
What's the purpose of doing them? And God just looking at you, he ain't reacting to it. You do fakes on certain fighters that you know that they react to it. And they might react to it by every time you do something, they doing this, and then boom, you go. You know what I mean? Or then you just go without faking. But we know who to do it with and know who not to do it with.
You heard that? Through the spirit, he said you know who to do feints to and you know who not to do feints to. But these are all jabs and feints, bluffs, to see who the ones that are traitors, who the ones that are lawless. These are the ones that we're going to grab immediately. That's because you don't understand military strategy. You don't get it. He said something else that was powerful. This is Bernard Hopkins. Watch this.
Oh, come on. I'm going to react like I'm hitting him in his body, but I go upstairs.
Gotcha. Okay.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to be looking here. I'm going to be looking here, but I come up.
Faint.
See?
And then look as if you're going to the body and you're going to the head.
And then I go up.
You see? They making it look like they going for the body, but they really want to come for the head. Which are the prophets, the priests.
You ever see a move, Lord? It's like this. We go like
It's like a little fake hop.
You ever see guys go to the body, but then they go with the right hand? But it's a fake. So you do.
That's a distraction. That's a distraction.
Fake to the body, right hand to the head.
Okay.
Or fake to the body, left hand to the head. You can do whatever you want to do once you fake a guy and think you coming here. Because it's like, if I fake, like you can get me going here, and he think I'm going in. I'm looking at his body.
Pull in.
Yes, and you pull in, and then you get another capture when I'm coming up, and I freeze.
Gotcha.
You see? And that's what they doing. It's all feint. It's all about distractions. And while they got you caught up in this whole thing with this George Floyd or Floyd George, is other stuff going on. And it taking away your focus from what you should really be focusing on. And that's your salvation. Because we're getting closer to the end. 2 Corinthians 4 and 3. And it says, I'm going to jump down. It says, but if our gospel be hid, it is hid to them that are lost. Now, when you go into the blue letter Bible, right? Watch this. Them that are lost. G622.
Strong's G622. Apollomy.
Apollomy. And look what it says. Destroyed. Render useless. So these people that fall for the fake and don't see the gospel because they're being distracted, they already destroyed. The Most High already considered that they are useless. They deserve to be killed. To declare that one must be put to death. That's heavy, man. 2 Corinthians 4 and 4. Now watch this. It says, in whom the God of this world have blinded the minds of them which believe not. They never believed. So he blinded them. That's why they can't see the gospel. That's why they're easily distracted. Lest the light of the glorious gospel of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, the Mashiach, who is the image of God, should shine unto them. You see that? You're not going to see the light of the gospel. Because if you see the light of the gospel, that means that you're going to be saved. So a lot of y'all can't see it. Y'all get distracted in worldly things. And you're not even able to see the true gospel. Who is the true person you should be protesting for? You should be protesting for Yahushua, that he could bring in his new government. But no, you'd rather be distracted. You can't even help it. So you deserve to be destroyed. I mean, that's it. That's it, man. So I'm going to get right into it. This is the book of Luke. This is a powerful, I think this is powerful. This is Luke 10 and 38. Now watch this. It says, now it came to pass as they went that he entered into a certain village, and a certain woman named Martha received him into her house. Because Martha, Yahushua was cool with Martha, Mary, and they had a brother named Lazarus. Okay? It said, and she had a sister called Mary, which also sat at Yahushua's feet and heard his word. Verse 40, but Martha was cumbered about much serving. Meaning what? She was distracted. Look at that word cumbered. Martha was distracted, man. Mary was able to see what time it was. Cumbered, weighed down, burdened, to hamper, hinder, as by being in the way. You see? As by being in the way. It says, but Martha was cumbered about much serving. Okay? It says, and came to him and said, Lord, doest thou not care that my sister have left me to serve alone? Bid her, therefore, that she may help me. So she said, Father, I'm over here doing all this work, but my sister is over here by your feet. I'm trying to serve the people. She's not helping me as much. You see? Martha wasn't getting the help that she wanted from her sister. And it wasn't the fact that Mary was lazy. No, Mary was not lazy. Martha was distracted with much serving. Mary wasn't the problem. Martha was the problem. See, sometimes you got to decompress from things going on in the world and focus on Yahushua. You see? And Martha knew that she had to decompress. All right? It says, and Yahushua answered and said unto her, Martha, Martha, thou art careful and troubled about many things. So a lot of y'all distracted and not knowing that we're coming to the end. Coming to an end. And you're being troubled by many things. It says, but one thing is needful, and Mary hath chosen that good part, which shall not be taken away from her. Okay? Mary knew she had to decompress. She understood that. And that's what y'all got to understand. We don't have no time to be trying to get these devils to understand that we are humans just like them. That's done. We don't want equal rights no more. We want them out the way. You got to be like Mary and see Yahushua without getting distracted in the worldly things. You got to find time for Yahushua. That's what Mary did. By sitting at his feet, it showed faith. It showed zeal. It showed that she was diligent. It showed that she loved and she obeyed. Not to say that Martha wasn't, but Mary was focused. It's the book of Philippians 3:13. It says, brethren, I count not myself to have apprehended, but this one thing I do, forgetting those things which are behind. You got to forget this world, man. You got to forget the things which are behind. Racism is an old concept, man. This thing is not changing unless the leadership change. It says, and reacheth forth unto those things which are before. So what is that saying, man? You got to forget what's behind. And what you got to do? You got to stretch for the stuff that's ahead. I press toward the mark. See, you got to press towards the mark. That's the goal. I press towards the mark for the prize of the high calling of Yahweh in Yahushua Mashiach. So you got to press on towards the goal to win that prize. You got to leave all these worldly concepts behind and push forward, press toward, push through. Because you don't know if these people are agents, provocateurs. Do research on COINTELPRO. That new show about Malcolm X, right? It shows you that he had federal government, undercover cops, NYPD, all around him. So why do you think they won't put people that want to start riots? With that being said, I'd like to give infinity honors, my Lord and Savior, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, Ba'ashem Rakar Kodash. And may this video inspire and reach brothers, man. Okay? Shalom.